Hi there, this is Bill Jordan, and I am the Business Development Manager here with Expressive Mobile, and I'm very excited to spend some time through this video at least with Valley Baptist Church, tell you a little bit more about our services, and more importantly, discuss how our mobile apps, as you see here on the slide, will help your church grow. This is what we do. We actually specialize in working with churches across the country, and our team went ahead and created a sample demo app for Valley Baptist Church that I'm very excited to share with you. So we're going to spend a little time going through all the functionality. I'm going to explain exactly how this works, show you how this will actually benefit the church, and hopefully this will make sense as something that will certainly kind of help you in your unique situation. I had a chance to speak with Laura extensively a few times, and I know and we know some of the challenges that the church currently faces. Um, our last conversation, she mentioned that there's a possibility of bringing aboard a new pastor, and the app is certainly going to be a vehicle that's going to help facilitate that growth as you continue to go through the changes, with the goal of obviously growing the church. So once we've had those conversations and we kind of figured out the unique challenges that Valley Baptist faces, we were very excited to present our mobile app as an option to really help streamline, and facilitate that growth that we know that you're looking to actually accomplish. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and go over some of the core features that our mobile apps incorporate to tell you exactly how they'll work. So our first feature, and probably the main portion of our platform that I know our church partners and members absolutely love, is your ability to send instant push notifications to all of the members once the app is live. So once the mobile app is created and we get it launched and available for anyone with an Android phone or an Apple device, and they download it, which by the way will be free for them, once they do that, the church has the ability to send instant notifications to members about anything: service cancellations, ministry news. You can send motivational messages. They're very interactive. The idea behind the system is to really create that sense of urgency. So when you have some breaking news, something really important that you need to get out to the congregation, traditionally what most of our churches do is they will send an email or they'll get on the phone and hope they reach the members. Well, a lot of times we're busy. Obviously, we're out and about, we're doing different things. A lot of times when they finally get that message that you've sent, it's already passed. So, in other words, if there was something urgent you needed to get out, the way that most churches traditionally get the message out, a lot of times when the members finally get it, that event's already gone, or that important reminder or whatever that it is gone. Those days are over. With our push notification platform, when you need to get instant information out, they're going to receive it. Now, our notifications, they are a little bit different than a traditional text message. So, for those that have a smartphone and get text messages, um, there's a lot of times what happens is when you get that text message, you may not actually see it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, even longer. I know I'm an iPhone user, and sometimes I'll get text messages and I won't notice it right away. But the beautiful thing about a push notification is that it will actually preempt what the user's doing. So whether they're browsing Facebook or they're online on their smartphone, or no matter what they're doing, as you'll notice here, this push notification is going to kind of just come above what they're actually doing in a nice subtle way. So that sense of urgency is there because they're going to be exposed to your message pretty much the minute that you send it. And our team tracks these internally. On average, your members are going to get your message within about the first 30 to 45 seconds that you send it. So there is a tremendous amount of power there. When you need to get information out right away, you hop into our platform. It's a simple four-step process. It literally takes less than 30 seconds to create and send the notification. And again, this goes out to all of your members pretty much in real time the minute that you send it. So it's extremely powerful. The ability to incorporate all of your sermons, video and audio, and have those available for members to listen to wherever that they're at. This is an amazing platform. Our members absolutely love it. So regardless if they're at the gym or they're walking their dog, when they want to have access to your teachings, they're going to be able to do so when they're ready. And the beautiful thing about it is that there's no plugins, there's nothing to download, there's no websites to remember. They literally go to your streaming section. They'll either be able to see the video or audio depending on how you have it set up. They click play, and it instantly starts right then and there for the actual member. So it's very powerful. We're going to make sure to incorporate that inside your app. whether it's the audio version or your YouTube channel, we're able to incorporate in your streaming sermon sections, so members are going to be able to have access to that whenever they're ready. Now we realize social networking it's here to stay. It's huge. We're going to make sure to have your Facebook, Twitter, any other social media that the church has profiles set up on. We're going to make sure that we have those integrated inside your mobile app. But we also take it a step further. We have a very unique feature that we call our viral share feature, where, as you see here in the example, members are going to be able to share your app by email and by text message. But when they share it by Facebook or Twitter, a very unique thing happens. That status update of that member who's sharing your app, that status update is going to show all the church's details. So you can imagine somebody like me, and I have about 2,000 friends on my Facebook page. Now, granted, I don't always talk to all of them, but when I'm sharing content, I'm exposing that out to all 2,000 of my friends that inevitably are going to find interest, and they're going to share it, and then their friends are going to share it, and you literally have this viral effect actually happening, which I'm very, very confident is really going to help get the church out within the community. You know, being able to have members share that, and when other members pick it up, it's going to do a great job of bringing in those new members for you. And the beautiful thing about it is that the church is spending no extra money in the marketing dollars of it. Our platform is doing the marketing for you. So I will demo this inside the app and show you exactly how this works. I think you're going to be very impressed. We are also able to integrate any of your email marketing lists that you might have. So in other words, when members open the app for the first time, we're going to prompt them to join your mailing list, and then we save all their information in our system. So we're continuing to grow your list for you. And we make it very, very easy to be able to do that. And then finally, we want to make sure that we provide an in-depth information section inside the app, because keep in mind, there's going to be potential new members that their first exposure to your church might come through the mobile app. So we want to make sure we answer all the common questions that they might have, a little bit about the ministry, obviously service times, and just all the main important information that a potential member is going to want to actually know about. What's your worship style, different things like that, so they can make a sound choice if they feel spiritually led to make your home their church home. So we're going to make sure to have that completely set up for you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the demo. Okay, everyone should see my screen now. There's a little iPhone icon that you see here. We have a very cool emulator system that's going to allow me to go over all the features of the app as if we were actually live and using it. So I will get us logged in. Now you're going to notice a couple of different things once the app first launches. The first thing, we're prompting the user to join your mailing list. Now I talked about that a little bit earlier. Once the user taps yes and they fill out their details, we're going to put them in that system that will allow you at any time to log in and retrieve those new members that are signing up to send your email marketing messages to them. So we just make that process a little bit smoother for you. So I'm going to go ahead and tap no for right now. So here we go. What do you think? We kept all of your consistent branding. Obviously, we have the logo here, kind of with this visual kind of light around it to obviously signify that. We thought this photo really made sense to have here. It just looks like a really fun photo. So we included that there. Welcome to our official mobile app. And then we're going to have the core functions here. One-tap access to call the church. One-tap access to get instant step-by-step GPS directions to the church. And then we have our example of our viral share feature that I'll go over here in a second. And then we have the core functionality, which the members are going to be able to swipe to the left and right and access all these other interactive features for the church. So let me first go through the viral share option. So this is prominent because it's very important to help drive that visibility for the church. So all the member will have to do is they'll tap here. Okay, so now they're on your share page, and obviously this wording, and we're going to be able to change this around. We'll include your logo here, but share our ministry and mobile app with your friends and family and get a special reward. Now that part is optional. We can tie in an incentive to really make it, obviously easier and more desirable for members to actually make sure that they're sharing your app. And you can offer a t-shirt or maybe one of the teachings for free, something simple. This is totally optional. If we do enable this, once the member shares the app on their Facebook or on their Twitter, they'll automatically be taken back inside a different section of the app to show them that redemption reward for whatever that you want to offer them. So it is optional, but a great way to kind of provide that extra push to make sure that members are sharing content. So I'm going to go ahead and tap share. Now, because we're on a preview, it's basically making me log into Facebook, but it most likely Facebook's already going to be on the user's phone, so they won't have to do this step. It'll automatically go right to their Facebook. But look what happens when I log in. This is their status update that's automatically going to be posted to that person's wall. It's going to have obviously all the information about Valley Baptist Church. Attend the service today. We're going to include your logo. This is just filler text, but we're going to have a really strong call to action of why they need to attend the service today. We're also going to include a link to your website, as well as a link to download your mobile app, all in this status update. So when I go share right here, I've literally just posted this message, in my case, to all 2,000 of my friends. And inevitably, as I mentioned earlier, those friends are going to share it, and you literally have this viral share feature that goes on without spending any extra money on the marketing dollars, all handled inside your own app. A powerful, powerful feature. And then, as I mentioned, one-tap access to call to church, one-tap access for GPS directions. We make it very simple. Remember, we'll also be able to go to the location tab and get a little bit more specific about, your actual location where you're at, so they can kind of move this around and get cross streets and get a visual of where you're at. This will actually say service time, so we'll show your actual service times here. If the member has a question, they can actually post a question here. We will send it directly over to the staff the minute that the question comes in. So we want to make it very easy for them to be able to reach out to you. We're going to have this full About Us section created and set up. That's going to have all the information about the church. Who are we? Our worship times. What are our beliefs? A little bit about our pastor. I know that's kind of in the interim stages of bringing on a pastor, but once that's actually happened, you'll be able to go on here and create kind of a dedicated section that talks about your pastor. So we'll make sure to have this completely configured for you. We'll be able to have a full staff directory with their biographies, photos. We'll be able to easily set that up and have you manage it. In addition to having all the information about all of the ministries that are happening and that are set up through Valley Baptist Church, we'll have a dedicated section for that as well. We're going to have a full interactive calendar, and it's so much more than just a traditional calendar. I want to give you a visual of how this works. So we created a sample event here. So members will be able to go in and see upcoming events, and they'll be able to tap here and see previous events that have already happened. But when they see the upcoming, when they tap here, this will show, we can put an image or anything that corresponds to that event. If there's an address, that will appear right here so they can get a visual. They can get directions to the event, so when it actually is the day of, they can go right inside the app and get directions. There's also this other cool kind of interactive feature where members can actually visually let other members know that they're planning on attending the event. So they can actually click here, they'll log in by their Facebook, and it will actually post that that member is going to the event. So it's kind of a nice thing for other members to see as they're inside the app and they recognize, some of their friends and family that are actually planning on attending. Probably one of the nicest and really main features that our church and members love is the ability to save this event right to their calendar on their phone by just tapping this button. It'll automatically add it to their phone. It'll even set a reminder 24 hours in advance of the event to let them know. So there's going to be no reason anymore for any of your members to forget of any of the events that are actually happening. We make it very easy to manage and track right inside the app. We have a really cool feature called our Church Cam. This gives members the ability to send you photos. So kind of have this as this mentioned here, are you at one of our services, attending an event? Send us your photos and we'll feature them inside our app and website. So I can literally now, as one of your members, actually access photos on my phone and send those directly to your team that you can then turn around and feature on your website. You can place on the app, any of your social media profiles. It's just a really quick, easy, and convenient way for members to send you photos that you can actually have access to. And it gets used quite a bit, I can let you know that for sure, because it's very simple to do. Now we're going to be able to have all of your teachings, sermons, messages incorporated, as I mentioned, right inside the app. We're able to do it with either your video, your YouTube channel. So anytime you add a new message there, it will automatically show inside the app. We also have the ability to just include the audio portion. And this is what I want to demonstrate for you now because it's very simple and very powerful. This is all the audio sermons for another church that we actually partner with. But basically, the member will be able to go here. They'll go down to the message they want to listen to. They literally tap the play icon, and that message will instantly start playing. Again, there's nothing to download. There's no plugins. There's nothing confusing. As soon as they're done, they stop. They continue to go down to another message they want to listen to. They tap play, and the message again just starts up. So that is a very powerful feature because, as I mentioned, this gives members the ability to stay connected spiritually no matter where they're at. And as I mentioned, we're going to be able to incorporate it in audio format, or we'll be able to incorporate it in a YouTube channel format. So anytime the church adds one of the pastor's sermons from a previous week, they will automatically show to be streamed right inside your app. We're going to take care of everything for you. So Facebook, all of your social media profiles, as I mentioned, we're going to make sure to have those integrated inside the app for you to make it easily accessible. We also have a very interactive prayer wall feature. So members can come here right now and do prayer requests. They can either post them anonymously or they can actually log in. And then other members can see prayer requests and actually respond. And then, obviously you, the church leadership as the administrators, can go in and respond as well. And what you literally have is a community board of prayers. They can post topics of conversation, just anything that might be on the members' hearts. They can do so right in the fan wall, the prayer wall. Now, keep in mind the church will always have the ability to delete anything that shouldn't be showing on the prayer wall. So you will be able to administer this, but it's a very popular feature and one that I think the members will really enjoy just to be able to communicate outside of the church through. They will have the option to sign up for your newsletter again if they didn't do it the first time. Now, we also have the ability, and this might be something to consider down the road, certainly not now at this stage, but we have the ability to incorporate a system to allow you to stream your sermons and messages as they're happening right inside the app. We can kind of walk you through the process. There's some, equipment that would need to be purchased, but we provide the service of it. So as the service is actually going, we can bring that right inside the app and make it available to be streamed. So this is a great feature. Obviously, if members are out of town, they can't attend service live. They're still able to access it though live as it's happening right inside your mobile app. So I wanted to just let you know this is something that's available, and we'll have discussions to see if it might make sense. We're going to have a full gallery integrated in the app, so you can actually incorporate your photos, different pictures. These are just sample ones right now, but members will be able to just thumb through and scroll through any of these pictures. They can actually tap on them to get a larger view. And the great thing is they have the ability to save any of the photos that they see right to their actual phone itself, to their photo album when they see it. They can also share their photos that they see. Maybe they see a photo and they're in it. They can also share it on the social media profiles, which once again will be branded with all of your church's details. So another very powerful feature. The updates are going to show all of the push notifications that you have sent out. Once the app becomes live, members will be able to go to the updates tab and just see all the previous messages that have gone out. We have a very interactive Ask the Pastor feature. This can also be used for members to communicate with different ministries, within the church, where they can literally go here. Maybe they have a question for pastor or a testimonial that they want to actually put out there. They can literally record their message and send it directly to pastor or the leadership team the second that it's actually done. All done right through the app. It's a very popular feature. This gives members kind of that sense of connection to know that they always have their pastor to be able to speak to, even if they're not actually there to do so. So very, very powerful feature, and I know our members absolutely love this. We have the ability to incorporate a full donation system and platform in here where members can actually come in and do offerings, donations, all secure, all done right through the app. Extremely powerful system. This one feature alone has been known to increase donations and offerings by 30% for a majority of the churches that we work with because A, it's simple. They can actually go in here. I'll show you how simple it is. They're going to put their donation amount or offering amount. So we'll just say $25, and they can set the frequency. So maybe they only want to do it this one time, or they want it to automatically come out weekly or monthly. They'll be able to set all of this up, send the donation over. They get taken to a secure page where they enter their credit card details. Everything is encrypted, so there's no worries about security. We can integrate off of a merchant account that your church might already have, or we can set the church up with a free PayPal account that's universally known. We can get all of that functionality set up. It's a very powerful system. So, and something that I think the church will certainly appreciate because most people always have their mobile devices on them. It just makes it very simple to be able to make their offerings right through the app. We have the ability to incorporate a full store, mobile store, so you're able to sell products, different types of materials. It's an automated process. Everything is done again once securely. This is included in our package pricing for you. So maybe we don't start off with the store now, but it's a feature that we can, certainly add down the road if it actually makes sense. So I've only gone over really a handful of features that most of our churches do. This is the core kind of main ones that have worked for all of our churches that I wanted to go over, but we're going to be able to pretty much do anything. So hopefully just seeing some of these at work, you can see how this would benefit the church. Like I said, this is what we do. We're experts at this. And once we heard your story, once we kind of heard, the situation where you're at, um, I really worked with my team, my leadership team, to come back with the best possible affordable pricing as possible to kind of make this a no-brainer, um, a no-brainer system for you to actually use. I don't think pricing is going to be an issue at all. So let me get in here and I'll show you what we're going to be able to do for you. Because our goal is to work with your church, and we're really confident that the app is going to really help you in this transitional period, that's actually happening at Valley Baptist. So let me get us back here. So we price everything by the package, which one of the nice things about that is that there's going to be no surprises. Everything is included. It's unlimited revisions, so we're not going to stop until we get the app to look exactly the way that the church wants it. So the first thing we're going to have is a couple of discussions just to kind of determine, okay, who's most likely going to be using the app? Is it going to be that younger demographic? Is it going to be an older demographic? Because we want to make sure that who's ever the most known feature, that the known person that's going to be using the app, we want to make sure that the functionality speaks to that person. So we'll make sure that we're on the same page there. Our pricing is also going to include the entire creation of the app, also submission of the app to the Apple and Android marketplace. Also, iPad users will be able to download the app as well as all the Android tablet users. So we're going to be covering pretty much everyone. iPod users will be able to download the app as well. So we make sure to cover anyone with a smartphone and a mobile device. The social media integration that we've gone over, plus that viral share functionality, is included as well. Once the app is live, the ability for the church to send instant push notifications to the platform. You'll also be able to make about 95% of all the changes to the app yourself. And we also provide some pretty in-depth mobile app statistics. So we're letting you know how many people's downloaded the app, what features are the most popular, how much time are they spending in the app. So from a marketing standpoint, you're always going to know how this is actually working. Now, we also provide several different types of materials once the app is live to help you really market and promote it. We're going to create a promotional video for you. It's about a minute and a half long. You can literally put this on the overhead during a service and let it play, and it's going to do a really good job of getting all the members excited about the app. So we do that for you. We also offer some monthly trainings, monthly training and a online resource center where you can actually go in and access different training and just learn different ways to promote the app. We take care of that for you. It's built into our pricing. We also provide an actual marketing flyer for you that you can actually hang around the church once the app is live. It's going to prompt people to make sure that they download it. And again, the idea is to kind of create that top of mind awareness to let members know that, hey, we do have this mobile app available. The brochure is going to help you really promote that. We write a press release to announce that the church has an app as well. You can put that press release on your website. We do a little bit of distribution online with it. So we do a lot to help you with the app. And I think that's important because, regardless of how much you spend on a mobile app, if it's not actually helping your members and helping bring in new members, you've wasted your time and more importantly, you've wasted your money. So we take that very seriously. So guys, our pricing, it's second to none. We have never offered a rate this low for our church partners. And the reason why we did is listening to the story of Valley Baptist and kind of the transitional stage where you're at, speaking with Laura, we wanted to make this affordable, and obviously we wanted to make this something to where price is not an option. So hopefully this throws that out the window. Our rates normally for our church partners is $1,200. And quite frankly, for all the features that we incorporate in the apps, it's more than fair. We've had some of our church partners pay double for that, but where we've kind of restructured our pricing and our service because we really want to get this in the church's hands. So we've dropped this to a one-time fee of just $300. I can tell you if you went to any partner right now, any mobile app company, and even try to ask for half of the features that we've offered, you're going to spend 4 to 5 to 6 times as much for that. So this is something that I think from a cost standpoint, it's going to certainly fit into the budget. Now we normally have a $30 per month hosting and maintenance fee. This basically covers the ability to make changes to the app and send the notifications and keep the content fresh. But I also have more good news because we're confident that once we get this in the members' hands, they're going to see value. We are going to waive this fee for the first entire year. That's an additional $360 in savings that you'd actually have. Now this says 720 here. My math is wrong, but this is an additional $360 of savings here. So um, basically, what happens after the first year, we're going to have discussions. This just goes on a month-to-month billing, so there's no long-term commitments after the first year, and the pricing actually drops to $19.95 after the first year. So it even gets a little bit lower, and that's just a month-to-month rate, just to continue to be able to make the ability to update and make changes to the app. But that's why we offer the first year, because without a doubt, we're going to know in a year's time whether or not this is something that's going to work for the church, and you're going to be able to see the impact of it if it's been noticeable, within your congregation. So we're very confident that that's gonna do some really good things. So hopefully you've enjoyed what you saw. Hopefully, more importantly, you've seen how a mobile app can really help the church kind of during this transitional period, and the fact that we've came so aggressively with our pricing. We've made it, I think, and hopefully you feel a no-brainer as something that you should implement right away inside the church. So here's my contact details here. If anyone has any questions, I'm always available. Email is a great way to reach me. It comes right to my phone, so I'm always connected to it. So if you have any questions about features, or if you've thought of something unique that you feel might help the church that I didn't get a chance to go over, let me know about it. I'm sure it's a feature that we can incorporate, and our team and definitely myself really appreciate you taking out time out of your day to watch the video and the demo of your actual mobile app, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with the church. Have a blessed day.